Are you right? What did you do to my drink? What did you do to my drink?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second ever episode of the Funky Anime Podcast.
The one and only.
Feel right.
Well,
that was bad. That was bad, but we're keeping it. That
was actually that was very educational.
guys.
How educational?
How educational, everyone! It is your boy, Upchuck again, and we are gonna do a podcast again. You might have seen the first episode.
Unfortunately.
If not, don't watch it. It's bad. Just kidding. It's good. We giggle a lot. Okay. It is I, Chuck. There's two other people in this call recording podcast thing. It's
Nice.
it's Grub. Say
me.
hello, Grub. That's him.
Grebble Snatch.
Grubble Snatcher. And then we got Pino.
I am Pino plant.
There you go. Got it.
There we go. I'm in the festive
Pino
spirit
beans.
of Christmas, early Christmas.
Dude, by the time this gets released, it'll probably be Christmas. Anyway,
Yeah, it's of next year.
next year, guys. Anyway, we are the Funky Anime Podcast. We watch one podcast every episode, and then we talk about it.
What?
Yeah. Did you?
We watch one podcast.
Wait, we were
every
supposed
episode?
Yeah, dude.
Watch anime?
No, we were supposed to. We
Wait.
were supposed to watch one episode of My Brother and Me, the podcast. Did you not? Did you not get the memo?
No.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Well, I guess we got to talk about Golden Boy then, right?
Yeah. That
That'll
makes more
be
sense.
very educational.
Yeah. So this week we're going to talk about the Golden Boy OVA, and
delicious.
it's a good one because I chose it, and I'm only known for the best anime tastes ever.
And we know that people on the internet,
Yeah,
their opinions are law.
Dude, my opinion is law. I don't know about anyone else, but me, I am like the Declaration of Independence to internet anime culture. So
I agree.
yeah, so Nick Cage is gonna
Yep.
go steal me soon. But we're talking about Golden Boy, and I chose this one because it's a good anime. Not a lot of people know about it, and it's a really funny one, and I like it. It's it's bueno.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I didn't watch it sooner, was because I had never heard about it other than from you. And that's why it took me so long.
Guys, backstory. I told Garb to watch this approximately a year ago.
And then I decided to watch it instead.
Have you? Mind you, this is a 6 episode OVA. This is
Yeah,
6, and this man couldn't put in a literally like 3 hours of his time to watch good shit.
Isn't that the point of this podcast, though?
Yes,
So that way we can force each other to watch crap like this?
This is actually the only
Yes.
reason why I made this podcast, because I get to make you two watch the good shit when
And
you
I get
don't
to
want
make
to
you
watch
guys
it.
watch garbage.
Yeah, I know.
And I make you guys watch things you call garbage.
Dude, what you mean, Bobo?
Hey, spoilers, man. Spoilers.
They'll get it by the end of the episode. I can cut it too. I don't really care. Anyway, let's get into background on Golden Boy that we haven't even talked about ever. We said it by passing, but here we go. So, Golden Boy was actually a manga made by Tatsuya Egawa. I said his name right.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, good. The manga was started serialization in Super Jump starting in 1992, the magazine for manga. Also, the people who also read Shonen Jump, all that fun shit. And it ended publication in 1998 with 10 full volumes being produced.
Interesting.
How much did the anime? How much did the OVA cover?
The OVA, guess what? That's the next paragraph.
Oh.
The OVA aired from 1995 to 1996, which features 6 different chapters from the first volume of the manga. So we don't even get a full volume with this OVA, which is...
It's like not even a Let's Play.
It's dude, this is a one-off. Beard Bros. Beard Bros one-off. They don't do trivia no more. Anyway, and the OVA was produced by KSS, the company who helped create Naruto Shippuden, and actually the Fire Emblem OVA that we watched for episode 0 that
You're
no one
shitting
knows
me.
about.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No.
Because one of the voice actors
No.
is the same.
Yeah.
We talked about that the other
Is
day.
it Marzu?
No,
Marsu.
it is not Marsu. I wish it was. That would have been golden. And Shueisha. It's spelled Shueisha. Don't worry about it.
Shueisha.
But this is also the they helped produce it, and they are the company that publishes the mangas of Death Note, Naruto, Tokyo Ghoul, One Punch Man, One Piece, My Hero Academia, Haikyuu, Umaru-chan,
One Piece.
and JoJo Part 4. And
Oh.
it was actually made in-house through APPP Studio, which has worked on To Love Ru, a classic of a true piece. I don't know. I was gonna say a joke.
I don't know if you're memeing me or what, because I haven't heard of that.
Dude, To Love.
I've heard of
Yeah,
that.
To Love
I'm
Ru
not
is
sure.
essentially porn.
Oh,
And,
so
they
basically
Okay,
also-
I was right.
just
they
like,
also
just
helped-
like
I was correct.
Yeah,
then.
they also helped create some of the Gen 4 Pokemon animations.
Oh.
Mostly, they didn't fully produce it. They did like in between animations just to smooth out
That
shit.
explains why it was so lewd.
Yeah, and then also, and they also did the JoJo OVAs, published the entire thing in house. So
It's an enemy stand.
it is literally a JoJo reference. I know you guys were looking for that this episode. I got you guys. I know that you're missing out on your JoJo
You'd
week
think
2.
we'd gotten it all out of the way, but you'd think we got it all out of the way by talking about JoJo last time.
No,
but
never. There's never enough JoJo to be talked about ever. Did you know that?
There's always going to be a reference in every podcast.
Yeah, that's the
In my
FAP
life, please.
guarantee. Seal of
If you
approval.
point it out, you win bragging rights.
Yeah, we'll
That's it.
we'll pin your comment unless we have something more important to pin.
Like literally anything
And-
else.
Yeah, literally anything else. And okay, so we talked enough about who made this and what happened to it.
But what is it?
Well, let me tell you, children. The basic plot is that the basic plot is that Kintaro Oe is a freeder, which is defined through Urban Dictionary. I know, greatest sources in the
Oh.
world. Someone in their
Beat me to
20s who is moving from job to job, mainly part-time jobs which pay small wages. And he goes through 6 different jobs during the OVA, 1 per episode. And then the basic plot structure: meets a girl, messes up in some way, fixes that problem with his virtues and whatever, learning and shit, and then he leaves. And then the girls chase after
I don't
him.
forget the toilet.
Guys, there's also a toilet fetish. It's a big toilet fetish. It's a good one.
We'll
It's
get
a
into
good
that
joke.
later. Don't
we'll
worry.
get into that later, man. Anyway, and that's literally all the plot we need to talk about, because that's it. It's an OVA.
That's it.
There's no overarching story. There's, well, quote unquote, no overarching story.
Is there in the manga? Because you've read the manga, right?
I've flipped through the manga. I haven't dedicated enough time. I've just realized where it comes from and why it's like that, so I can bring up that later. But it's like the manga is weird, and well, it's just funky. Haha, funky anime podcast. Anyway, I try my hardest, guys. I'm a comedic genius. So, do you guys want to actually get into the actual review?
No.
Do you want to talk about
Yeah,
the show?
sure. Oh,
Guys-
I guess not.
No, okay.
Oh. Well, I guess Garb's not in.
Me
Guys,
negative,
podcast
as
over.
usual. What a
Dude, Garb's
surprise.
a negative Nancy. I'm gonna just call you Nancy from now on.
Okay.
A Nancy?
Thanks, Nancy. Okay, anyway. So let's actually,
For the rest of this video, change Garb's name to Nancy.
dude, it'll be a very shittily edited picture though. Like it'll be really bad.
Good.
And
You mean like Nancy Drew?
yes.
You have good taste.
I see you are a man of taste. Anyway, so let's get into the review for the third time I've said this.
Sure.
Let's first talk about the opening of the show,
Oh,
which
wonderful.
this took a bit of research to find, but the OP for Golden Boy is quite literally titled Opening by Joyo
That's
Kata Unanagi.
Sure.
I think that's
the way I like my openings.
and
unpronounceable.
and that guy Joyo, I'm just gonna call him that. He actually composed the entire soundtrack of the show.
Oh, he did all the score and
Joyo.
stuff too?
Yeah, he did all the score, so it's like,
Interesting.
yeah, because there's like no lyrics, there's no nothing. It's so. Do you want to? Let's talk about the OP for a sec. It's funky. Wouldn't you say
Yeah.
it's a good little funk?
I don't think it's too strong, though. I don't think it really sums up the show well.
Well,
But-
I like it because it sets a serious tone, which is a
That's true.
complete contrast to what
show's
the
all
show
about
actually is.
juxtaposition, about
Yeah.
like setting you up for something serious and then punchline something completely ridiculous.
Yes. And
Gives me that very 90s anime.
Oh,
vibe.
yeah,
Just
for
like
sure.
don't worry,
it's very
I've
just there.
Yeah,
it feels right.
dude, I literally wrote down very 90s resonant. And
I wrote-
like the next sentence.
in my
Guys,
notes-
I'm using
I
My
put
notes-
down that it sounds kind of like KK Slider.
a little
Oh.
bit. It sounds a bit like KK Funk, like just a little bit, but then again it's just, it's a guitar over like a
I do
piano.
love me some KK Slider, though, so that's a compliment.
Dude, KK's fucking killer boy. And like the OP itself is animated extremely well. It's a very
As
it's beautifully animated, but it's a very simple OP. No flashy text shots. There's nothing insane happening on the screen. It's literally a scene of him in his garage, cut to a credit, scene of him like getting on his bike in the garage, credit, and then him going outside the garage, credit, him driving down the street, credit, and that's it. That's the entire opening, and it's so simple. It works. There's no. It's just
It's
the
not too in your
song,
face. It just
the
is what it is,
animation.
and then it continues.
and then it's
and
like
it doesn't suffer from all our current anime with their opening having like spoilers for the rest of the plot. Like, oh, there's something I read in the manga that probably shouldn't be on the opening.
Yeah,
Oh, it
there's-
looks like he's gonna fight this person.
yes.
Or hey, this toilet is actually going to be clean this episode. I mean,
Spoilers.
I like it.
None of them
It-
are.
None of them
No
feel clean
toilet is
afterwards.
clean. No toilet.
They all feel
Just the way I like them.
overused. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So, do you guys got anything else about the OP? It's a simple one. There's not a lot to talk about. Music's good, but nothing I would like listen to on my way to work or anything.
Yeah, it's not phenomenal,
Yeah,
but
no.
it gets the job done just fine.
Yeah, it's catchy. It's catchy, but you're like, it's not something that you're like, yeah, I want to listen to this more.
yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
Again.
Again,
Yeah.
please play
One
me
more
more
time.
of that JoJo music I keep hearing about.
Play me that Golden Boy track. I love it. It's
Play-
just like
what-
classical music.
What is it titled? Opening? That's the shit.
That is the bee's knees.
That is quite literally what the kids are saying these days. The shit.
That is
Anyway.
radical.
Radical. God, I definitely clipped the mic there. I got real close.
But a little more close to home. It's very educational.
Dude, it's very educational. Absolutely. Can't agree more.
Very, very educational.
How educational.
Okay.
Study.
Study. But let's
All right.
let's talk about the ending, which is even less like showy than the opening. It's quite literally a text scroll on a black background, and the song is called "Steady a Go Go" by Golden Girls, and I'm not shitting you. It is called
Golden Girls.
"Steady a Go Go," and then I think Golden Girls. I actually need to look this up, but if if memory serves me...
That is a TV show about old
They are-
girl.
No,
old
no, I'm
women.
not talking about that. I'm talking about, I think it's actually the girls from the show singing it.
Really?
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
I'm figuring...
I thought it was the... Never mind. This reference would have been a little too old.
I'm figuring it out right now. Dude, we would have got you. Go for it.
Oh, well, okay. So, I guess they were referencing, have you ever seen James Bond?
Yes.
I think it's Goldfinger.
Yeah.
It's that scene where they paint that girl all gold. Never
He
mind.
loved gold so much, he even dipped his schlong in it. In an unfortunate smelting accident.
Oh, man, Pino, that was a long drawing, dude. That was a lot. Oh, boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that got me, though. Ooh.
No, I don't think it did.
No, you heard me coughing. I left and
Yeah,
then
no,
died.
I think you're dying.
I am dying. That's
He's
that's
gone.
the thing. Thank God.
Oh,
Good night.
Gone.
Hmm?
Goodbye. Podcast is over. I died.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the ending is kind of a little boring.
Yeah, the ending's...
Just a black screen.
It's-
I would usually skip it after the
Yeah,
first time
no, I
saw it.
definitely did too. And it is like, it's a generic ending song. There's nothing great about it. It is like a very 90s feeling song. I've listened to it a couple times after.
Very, very, very 90s.
Yeah, but like, but the ending's like the bad 90s. Like, you're like, did we really do
Part
this
you
in the
wanted to
90s?
forget.
On the scale of 1 to Evangelion, it was not.
It was not
It just wasn't.
Evangelion, which is a real shame. But
Yeah.
yeah, the ending's just it's generic. It's nothing special, and you're
It's there.
It's there because they
luckily-
need an ending.
Luckily, we aren't here for the ending. We're here for the meat and bones of this.
That
The actual
juicy,
plot.
juicy educational meat.
That's what we call a segue.
So
I'm being good at those.
good job, Pino. I'm glad you're adapting.
You're adapting.
I'm proud of you, boy. So
I don't know if anyone got that reference, but if you did,
I didn't hear the reference, but don't say it again because then you'd ruin the joke for everyone. Okay. The plot itself is very simple. As I said before in the structure, it's literally you get a new job, you see a new girl, you mess up, you fix that mess up, and then you leave. And guess what? That's the episode. And I have a synopsis for every episode right here.
that's wonderful.
First is Computers with Madam President. Second is Mayor Daughter Naoko Katsuda. Third is Noodle Shop Daughter Noriko. Fourth is Swim Coach Ayuko. Fifth is Motorcycle
Noriko.
Ryoko Teriyama. And sixth is Cell Painter Chi. And that's it.
They're all memorable and have something you like.
Yeah,
very
well,
unique.
that's what I said. That's why they have a little descriptor
Yeah,
in front of their names.
Well, it's
But
good that like I could see them in my head and I could
Yeah.
recall parts of the episode just from
For
you
sure. Yeah.
pointing those little details out.
I forgot to change. I forgot to change something that I wrote about. So
Sinner.
it has JoJo
Sinner.
Part 1 stuff. But we can skip over that because I don't need to remember characters. But we'll talk about that later.
we don't need the plot.
Well, like, so that's the plot. There's nothing real special about it. It is.
It's just a
like
good time.
It's a good time for everyone, you know. It's a fun little distraction. 6 episodes. You don't need an overarching plot. The one thing that I will say. Oh yeah, spoilers. I just remembered that like we're doing spoilers, but it doesn't matter because it's a 6 episode OVA.
Spoilers.
Who cares? But in the 6th episode, all the grills come back to help in some way to do the animation.
It was a nice
Which is-
ending. I really liked the last episode.
It's a good one, and you're like, this is a nice.
I really
is a-
liked all the humor in it, by the way.
Yeah.
Like
The-
everything
the
about
humor.
all the kinds of humor that's in it are just
Yeah.
so good. Like you've shown me the GIF like before I even watched it of him like menacingly moving towards the camera with like the
Oh,
two
yeah.
dudes there, and then he just turns, goes the other way.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
so good. Like
It's-
everything. There's stuff like that in every episode. It's so good.
Yeah, it's an extremely memeable show, but I think there's been more people who've seen the memes but haven't seen the actual show, which is a
Yeah.
shame because the show has even more of that memeability. That like
There's so many good
solid,
reaction faces. GIFs.
Oh my god! Like from the manga, you can. Those faces in the anime are straight from the manga, like 100% beat for beat, and it's so good. And you're like,
Educational.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's very educational. I did not know that.
well, there you go. See,
Man, this
See,
whole
this
podcast is just
this is so educational, guys. I can't believe.
I've now become a professor because of this.
If you
podcast.
can't tell, that is a recurring joke.
Yeah,
in the show.
We'll talk about that in a hot second. Yo, why is your cat jingle jangling? Fuck that
I'm
cat.
sorry. She just hopped in my lap.
Tell your cat to shut the fuck up.
No.
Shut the.
Those are my bells.
I love her.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pino.
It's okay.
I know you were trying to make a fashion statement, and I don't mean to shit talk on your style, man.
Okay. She's
You're-
settled in my lap now.
Good.
And the cover is blown. Thanks, Garb.
God, I can't believe you. But so do we need anything else from like the plot wise? We did. It's short, sweet to the point, funny music, funny jokes.
Funny music.
Funny memes.
Shut up. Yeah, don't.
I think we're good.
Yeah, there's not too much else to talk about. So let's get into the part where I have all the JoJo shit that I should not have in there. The characters. So
I think Granny Arena.
guys,
No. Okay.
Guys, let me read a quote. Tom Petty is the dumbest character in the series.
dude, rip though. That actually cuts real close to home. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
I forgot that, like, yeah.
Oh no.
Because between the first episode and this episode, Tom Petty, the real musician, actually died, and we were all very, very upset.
I listened to his music like 3 days straight. It was not
Dude,
good.
We all did.
I know. But beyond the crippling sadness of losing a great artist,
We have the joy of learning and knowledge.
yes. So
Educated.
Oh, why don't we just start
Hey
with,
guys,
why don't we
guess
just-
what? Guess what?
what?
Guess what?
Huh?
What?
Welcome to the second episode of Who's the Best Grill, the part of the podcast where each
Oh,
contestant
no.
wants to vote their choice for best grill
I've
of
been
this
waiting for
anime
this.
Got me.
to duke it out for the title of best grill. Today, our contestants are Pino, Garb, and myself once more. So, who are you each advocating for?
Dang it.
Go, Chuck.
I'll go last.
Go, Chuck. Go, Chuck.
Okay,
This is your show.
This
I like,
is
I like
this
your
is a
pick,
recurring theme,
so-
ain't it? Okay, so my best grill is Kintaro Oe.
The main character of the show.
Yes,
a good
Garb.
boy.
How about you? He's a good boy.
I
He's a
think
golden boy. Some would say.
motorcycle- I picked Motorcycle Girl because she's the
Do you-
only
do you-
one with a.
What's her name? Do you even know her name?
No, I don't because it's some Japanese shit. I don't remember.
It's Ryoko Teriyama. if
Sure,
you-
whatever.
Okay.
I like
and
her.
then
She was
Fine.
the only one with like a good, like legitimately hot scene where I was like, whoa.
well, yeah, because she has a fetish for motorcycles, but don't worry about it. Anyway, next.
So I originally wanted to choose Noodle Girl, but I couldn't remember her name. So I thought
Her
it'd be a
name
good
is
idea.
Noriko, by the way.
It's irrelevant.
Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's irrelevant because I already
doesn't
chosen the
matter.
toilet. The toilet is best girl, and I'll tell you why. Don't worry.
Okay, guys. So let's get into it. My roommates are talking. It's not bueno. Okay,
It's okay.
it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Kintaro Oe, the best golden grill ever to appear in an anime. Ready?
Can you put a
Are you
picture
ready?
up
Okay.
of Betty White when you say that?
Dude, of course. I'm actually just gonna put up the logo for Golden Girls on the thumbnail. It's gonna be great.
Hey, Betty White, if you are listening to this podcast, we would love to have
Hey,
you.
Betty White, what's your favorite anime? That's what I need to know.
Question of the day.
Leave-
Betty
Yeah,
White.
put your
what's Betty White's
answer
favorite
in the
anime?
comments or tweet or
What do you
or tweet-
What do you think
tweet
Betty
me.
White's favorite anime is?
what's yeah, dude. The question of the day: what is Betty White's favorite anime? You must harass her Twitter, or Facebook, or
No,
MySpace.
she's a sweet lady.
I don't know where she is.
She's a sweet lady.
Yeah, I'm not saying she isn't, but she's old. I don't know what social media she's using.
She's forward.
She's using Pinterest for some reason.
Yeah, that's her main social media. Anyway, Kintaro Oe.
I love these pictures.
Minion
sorry.
costumes, my favorite.
Good lord.
It's true though. That's like half of Pinterest. Anyway, so Kintaro Oe, he's a 25-year-old freeder. As I said before, he's going around jobs,
Mm-hmm.
And there is
Describe his appearance.
He is a very expressive young man.
Okay.
He has beautiful brown hair. He has a very strong physique, and he gives
has a
a good
will.
suck. He has a will,
To
in
get
a way.
educated.
Quite literally, one of his quotes is, "Currently, I am a student of life," and that, in its own right, is
Poetry.
so phenomenal. And that's how you
Commendable.
you should live your life like that, like Kintaro does. And so he is a college-educated student without a degree, but he got all of his credits, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need a degree. Stick it to the man. Pay for 4 years of college. Don't get the degree. Who gives a shit about that, right? Who needs a degree?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's always working, so you know he's always gonna have a source of income. So that's always good.
Okay.
He's always learning, which is crazy, because he has this little notebook. He keeps writing in it, and he's like, "Wow, this boy really cares."
He's
And
really
he does.
educated.
He's very educated. Honestly, he's one of the smartest anime characters ever to exist. Quote
He's
me on
the
that.
dumbest and the smartest. I have like
Yes.
3 separate notes where I'm like, is he a genius? Is he an idiot? I can't tell. And then there's
Yes.
like a note where I'm like,
Is Kintaro the smart one?
there's a note where I'm like, okay, he's a
Is
genius.
Kintaro genius?
And then like 5 pages down, it's like, nope, he's an idiot again. Never mind.
Well, like, that's like his virtue, you know? He's a very goofy guy, so like you never need to be like too serious
Nope.
around him or expect him to be way too serious. But he can also be like way serious at times. Like all the like shots of him pleading for his job, serious.
Oh,
Serious.
yes.
Oh wait a second.
what are we waiting for?
I'm looking up something. I think this is the quote. Oh yeah, the quote. One of my favorite quotes from him is, "The wild beast inside of you has awoken the wild beast inside of me."
Poetry.
And it is so good. I just had to look it up just to make sure I wouldn't misquote it. But he's just so good, and he's physically fit and cares about the environment because he rides his bike everywhere. Like, come on. Have you seen his rippling muscles in the 4th episode when he goes swimming? This man is hot. I'm not gay, but I can tell you when a guy is hot. Like Garb, he is not hot.
Hot.
Pino, flamin'. Kintaro,
Oh,
he is the
Flamin'.
sun.
I'm gonna need a restraining order.
Well, too bad. I'm next to you.
Oh no, you're right.
no.
Platonically.
Yeah, of course. And he is a bit of a pervert, but aren't we all? Aren't we all a bit of a pervert?
That's the best thing about Kintaro
It's
is that
like-
there's a little bit
he's
of Kintaro
he's
inside all of
relatable,
us.
you know.
All
He
of
has
us.
a
We're
He's
all
very
him.
human.
he has a little bit of a toilet fetish, but like that's okay. Like we all
Hey, that's what I'm supposed to say. Thank you very much.
no that
We
that's,
forgive him because he's lovable.
Yeah, he's a lovable
Yeah.
goofball, and he also like has his like spit fetish. He eats the spit the first episode. That was a good.
That was
That
a
was a
good one. I
funny-
like that one.
That was a funny
Oh,
joke.
right.
I remember the first time I watched that. That was a good one. And he always has a good attitude and just always like has the morals. Like his morals are usually the
He's
things that
positive.
like
He's always
that-
positive. You know, there's so much negativity in the world. A lot of it is spurred on by me. But
Understandable.
Kintaro
Have a
knows
good day.
how to see above that, see past that.
yeah. He's
More, yeah.
he's just a good old boy. And he tries his hardest and he succeeds.
Some might say a golden boy.
Some, but not all. But some.
No, not all.
But I think that's all about Kintaro. Is there any objections to Kintaro being the best grill?
Well, he does start off on the wrong foot every episode, or
Yeah.
mostly every episode. Everybody either loves him or hates him.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's probably got to learn
He
to be a
abandons
little
all
more.
those women that fall in love with him. How could he?
No, but
Because he
he's a freeder.
doesn't know that.
He needs another job. Except for the second episode where the girl's like,
He wasn't fired, but he wasn't fired. He's just like, I got to learn.
Yeah,
some
he
more.
leaves.
Like if you have a steady job, You should just keep it.
Well, but no, but like
Have you seen the economy right now? It's not bad.
this was in the
as it was a
90s.
couple
The
years
economy
ago.
was fucking booming. We don't care.
Okay.
Booming.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you that.
Booming. But
Still though,
it's like just so
like
he still has a constant income. He's still working. Every
I mean,
episode.
I guess.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam.
And he's doing jobs
Work.
that no one else wants to do.
Yeah. He's the dirty job boy of the anime world. What's the
Okay.
name of dirty job man?
Micro.
On,
Dirty jobs.
what's
I
his
don't know
name?
why I know that off the top of my head, but it's Micro.
Oh, true. I don't know why you know.
Mike Rub.
Dude, Row fight the power. Anyway. I still think Kintaro's best grill, but I think it's down to it's Pino next actually because you in fact are next in line for anime suggestions, so you are next, my man.
Okay. So, this is interesting. So, I chose the only thing that came to my mind at the what? I chose the one thing that came to my mind at the moment. And when I watched the show, the one thing that not really resonated, something that
Resonated
was
with
very it was very odd.
Pino, do you have a pocket toilet fetish that you haven't told us about yet?
No. But I do like cleanliness. I do like being clean.
Okay.
So I chose the toilet because obviously
The only logical thing to come to think of, you know.
Honest.
because last time I chose the best character. If you remember, I chose Mr. Zeppelin. So I decided to challenge myself and choose someone I think would be difficult to defend. So I chose the toilet. Now, it appears in almost every episode, right? Am I right?
First, second.
So he's near the beginning.
I don't think in Udon, the third episode, I don't think there was. Wait, was there?
No, I think it did. I think there was.
Because
I can scrub
'Cause
quickly.
I would say
I
that
know
the
when-
toilet
I
is
know when-
equal to or greater than in importance than Kintaro himself.
the toilet is basically
Yeah.
the second main character of this anime, which it's
Yes.
true.
And it always receives, I think, the correct amount of screen time, in my opinion.
Exactly the right amount. Not too much, not too
never
little.
overstays
Yeah,
its
not-
welcome, you know?
Not too much, not too little, so it knows its boundaries, right?
You're always excited
It knows
when
when
it
it
shows
should
up.
stop. And it defends itself when it feels attacked, such as in episode 1 when the water comes out
And Kintaro
and
drinks it.
enters the guy's.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
You know.
Was that crossing the line, Kintaro? I think so. Would I write a restraining order on Kintaro? I think so.
Can I give you a couple quotes from Kintaro from that episode about the toilet, real quick?
Sure. Go ahead.
One quote is, "Her beautiful majesty sits here, and her assets are, no, I shouldn't think about that." And the other quote is, "Oh, how naughty. Her majesty's giving me a golden shower."
That rings a bell
Yeah.
that I wanted to forget. I think I took this section and I just decided to be the lawyer. I want equality for all, okay? Kintaro should go away forever. Let's just say some of the best moments
Our
come from
toilet time with Kintaro.
from those scenes. Now, come at me.
I have no
I
objections.
don't have anything else to say.
I don't like. There are no memorable quotes from the toilet. I'm like, you
That's
can't
because
quote
it's a
the
fucking toilet.
But you can't
Shit.
quote it. You can't quote the toilet.
But you can post a picture of it on anywhere,
And you'll know.
and you will get questions. Just like the one that's posted in our chat right now, and we're gonna put it on the screen if we can,
that's-
if technology lets
I'm gonna
us.
pin it just so I remember. But that's Kintaro. Kintaro's in that picture. Why?
Yeah,
That's.
and I don't think
Yeah,
the
but
toilet
when you
asked
look
for
at the
consent
frame,
right there.
look at the frame, analyze it. What do you see? Who do
Guys,
you
is
see
this-
first?
guys,
Him?
is this-
do you
is
see
this-
Kintaro
is this-
first? Do you see the toilet? That should
Kintaro.
I see the
You
toilet.
actually see the
who's more
Kintaro.
important here.
Kintaro's overlaying over the toilet.
You're wrong.
So,
Shut up.
look at his left arm.
I actually see the thing that holds the little cleaning plunger thing, the blue thing in the corner.
True. Never mind. That's the best grill. It's over, guys. Ending the segment.
It's over. We don't even need to listen to Garb right now.
Wait, but
I agree.
wait a second. Kintaro has a fanny pack. I forgot to mention that. He has a fanny pack. That's it. That's all I need to say. He has a fanny pack.
Looks like he's got Jordans.
Hell yeah, dude. He's got to jump for those women.
that he's going after.
Just gotta catch them airs. All right, my defense is over, and I think I may have won this
But
week.
I don't just like the
Combs
but
hair.
the toilet. You can't quote him. There's no memorable lines from the toilet.
Flush, squirt.
He's right.
I'm gonna,
He's right.
guys. That's gonna be my text notification from now on. Thank you, Pino.
Flush,
squirt. This podcast was a mistake.
Anime was a mistake.
Just every single episode, Pino says something that I want on a shirt. Like, the sandwich is half full. Flush, squirt. Like,
I really just am the quote guy.
That's if you check the opening, and if I didn't fuck up anything about it, you would have seen he is the quotes guy. Or maybe I haven't edited yet, and it's just
Maybe
bullshit.
I'm just moral support like always.
It will also say moral support. I did not change that. But yeah, Toilet still a weaker character than Kintaro in my book, but we can get past that. We can.
Yeah, we gotta hear what Garb has to say
We have
next.
to hear about the actual girl.
Mhm.
They have cooties.
pick the actual girl. I picked the motorcycle girl from what, episode 4? I don't fucking remember. What was her name? Ryoko
That was,
Matoi?
I think it was
I don't-
4 or 5.
No, that was episode 5.
That was
Yeah,
5.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
picked
4
her.
was
Very
Swordwell.
memorable.
Her name-
That is very.
her name is-
that
She lives a
very
double
memorable,
life.
yes.
Her name is Riko Teriyama, by the way.
Yeah,
so you can just call her
Ryoko Matoi, whatever.
Rico teriyaki.
Basic.
Delicious teriyaki instead.
Dude, Ryu.
What's your name
Ryu.
again for
Oh
real?
my gosh,
I wasn't
it's Ryu.
listening to you the first time.
it's Rico, Reiko. You pronounce it however you
Raiko.
feel.
Okay.
I'll say Raiko.
No.
I'll say Raiko.
Dude, I
So,
love Raiko. He's my
she lives-
favorite
she lives a double
legendary
life.
beast from Gen 2.
She is.
Next time we'll talk about the difference between Ryu and Ryu.
She's very, very sexually stimulated by her motorcycle.
and speed.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is hot. It has one of the most legitimately intense scenes in the whole show. I was amazed when I saw it. I was like, damn. And I posted a GIF in the NSFW
Pretty sure you're.
chat,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, damn, I should watch that show. Why didn't you show me
Wow.
that, Chuck, when you were trying to
Wow.
introduce me to this show? Why didn't
I
you
told
just show
you
me
it
that?
was basically porn. I told you.
I didn't listen.
This is Garb's.
You gotta
excuse
show,
for
not
everything.
tell.
I showed him
You
a scene
gotta
from
show, not
Bobo. He's
tell.
like, "Why didn't you show me this sooner?"
Why didn't you,
You gotta
show
show,
me this
not tell, man.
specific scene? Why didn't you show me this specific scene that specifically caters to my perverted interest alone?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
My bad.
But yeah,
My bad.
and she's squeezing him. She's giving him a
Understandable.
squeeze. It's a good
Have
time.
a good day.
God,
It's a good time.
She has
She lives a
an
double
or-
life. She acts
She
all
does.
innocent, but then, you know what they say. Something in the something freaking the sheets.
Okay, that's a quote too. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Something freak in the sheets. You got it, Garb.
That's what she is, though. Was she like a nun? Was it like a Buddhist church or something?
No, she's like a fucking. She's like a clairvoyant.
Priestess lady.
some
Are
Are there
shit.
nuns in Buddhist church? I don't think there's nuns.
They're just.
One time I
No.
sneezed in
I
front
think
of a
you
nun.
just offended many nuns.
Yeah,
time I
dude,
sneezed.
you roasted both nuns and Buddhists.
And Buddhist nuns.
I sneezed in front of a nun one time, and she didn't say "bless you."
Oh
That was
God,
like 10
you're gonna
years
go
ago.
straight to hell.
She might
I'm
have quit
still
then.
mad.
Dude, you're going to hell. She knew it wasn't worth her time to say bless you when you were already straight to hell.
She knew I'm bathing in sin.
Is that it? Is that all you have? That she's
think
hot
so.
and she
I don't
rides
think
a
she needs.
motorcycle?
I don't think she needs anything else.
You
She's
know
so
what?
good that you couldn't even post a GIF of her because
Guys.
it's too lewd.
Guys, guess what? Kintaro beat her motorcycle when he's on a bike. Just let that sit for a second.
She got too cocky.
let
That's
that
part of
yeah.
her personality.
So that makes
and
her
that's
bad.
why I love her. No,
She has a terrible character flaw.
no, she's still a human.
But she learned. She learned.
No,
learned.
Kintaro learns. He learns.
No, he almost dies.
Why did she come
He
back
almost
for him?
died.
But he wins.
So
He studies. Kintaro study.
She studies the bike.
Study. No, she's.
That's not studying.
That's not studying.
I'm a little offended right now. As a gentleman and a scholar, that is not studying. That is experimenting.
It's
Nothing wrong with that. That's also very educational.
Yeah, but that's not studying, per se.
Kids stay in school.
We have different definitions of studying.
Okay.
I'm coming to learn.
Stay in school. Stay in school.
Stay in school, kids. Don't listen to us. We're all technically educated, but not great.
I think Pino wins.
No, no.
My
Okay,
vote's
guys.
on
Well, it's a
toilet.
good thing we don't have to
Hey,
decide.
guys.
It's all the listeners have to decide.
Guys, guess what? This is a part of the show where you can send in your pick for the best grill. Send in your emails to funkyAnimePodcast@gmail.com. Once again, funkyAnimePodcast@gmail.com. We'll read some for every episode of the anime that we're watching. Stay tuned for the end of the episode, or the beginning if you caught on, which anime you'll be picking the grills from next episode.
We accidentally said it.
I didn't accidentally said it. I had to say it for a meme. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I might put a poll up on the video. There might if you
Straw poll.
if you
I
check
forgot you can do that.
if you check the cards, the eye on the upper right hand corner, it's probably up there by now. If not, I just forgot.
The heart of the cards.
There might just be a straw poll in there somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, that's. Do you want to talk about any of the other characters? Because I think doing the girl part first and then doing the character is better.
Sure.
So we can talk about all the other girls.
Noodle Girl was cool. I didn't like the
Noodle
first
Girl
one.
was best.
I
girl.
do like I like Daddy Issues Naoko.
Oh, she was
she's
good too.
funny.
Actually,
No.
now that I think about
She's
it.
funny.
Yes. Yes.
She's very
One of my
funny.
favorite quotes from the girls was my warm pit of aroused passion. And
Yes.
I don't know why, but that stuck with me so hard. Like I put a note in, like it's just that quote, no
Dude,
context.
it's a good quote though.
I also
Yes.
have a note saying that Sunder bitch Kintaro saw through is more of a bitch than Celica. Fuck her, she's a cunt.
Oh wow.
Wow, got him.
Oh, that's when we do our gaming podcast.
Guys, come in next week for our weekly gaming podcast called
Fire
Funky
Gamers.
Funky Game Podcast. FGP. Guys, come back for FGP.
FAG, dude. Oh, wait a second.
Wait a
Wait a minute. I don't think I'm coming back next episode. I'll probably get many angry comments right now.
Just
I
wait a
thought it was
second.
good.
It was a
I'll
funny
defend
joke.
you to the death over that. That was funny.
Dude, are we going on Defend It? My favorite Beard Bros anime?
Whoa. Whoa.
By
What?
that one contortionist.
Yes. How did you know?
Dude, the contortionist is the best.
Other characters, all the guys in episode 6, like all the like the animation people, didn't really stick with me.
They're memorable.
Didn't?
I thought they were memorable. They were the only nice.
Well,
like,
yeah,
men.
true. There's a quote where it's like, "Well, Kintaro, you're really good at boobs. Why don't you join animation?" And I'm like, "Okay, Kintaro, like, come on, don't have to show us all up. Maybe I can't draw
Yeah.
boobs, but come on."
I can draw faces.
I did like at the end, after the narrator like says his bullshit about Kintaro saving the world or not, it shows the cell shader girl, Chie, I think how to pronounce her name, or just Chi, I don't know, but she's like, Kintaro taught me how to like give it my all and shit like that, and I'm like, that's a good ending.
I forgot one of my other favorite quotes was from Motorcycle Girl, and it says, "Wait, we haven't even developed a subplot yet."
Oh, true.
Oh right,
Yeah.
that.
There's
I love when anything breaks. the
yeah,
fourth
there's
wall.
a
wait,
lot
no,
of
I
fourth
think
wall
that-
breaking. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a solid one. And then I liked the what the fuck is his name? I have it written down with a quote. I liked Hiroshi Kogure, the evil man from the Noodle Shop episode 3. Mostly
God.
because of the horse racing scene. Just because he says this, and I quote, "All right, I'll finish you with the Kogure special corkscrew kiss," in which he kisses
right.
Kintaro, and it is
That was
comedy
hilarious.
gold. It is fucking phenomenal. I love it so much. Here's a
It was It was probably one of the more memorable moments of the show.
Yeah, and they cross cut it with all like the Navy ships battling. It's a good touch. It was a good touch. It was a funny joke. I think any other characters? I liked the Noodle Shop episode. Actually had a lot of memorable characters because they had the girl, the mom, and the dad. Both are pretty memorable.
And then the dude that was in the shop, and then the
the guy who was like, "Oh, these noodles are shit," and Kintaro's like, "Oh no!"
And then by the end, he's like, "Hey, these are pretty good."
Hey,
pretty good.
Pretty good. And he's like, "Okay." And other than that, really, there's nothing of major. Oh, and the mayor. The mayor I liked just because he had a big neck.
Right.
That was
there's
it.
Bicycle Shop guy. I don't think we talked about him.
True. A very nice man. He's an old good guy, and he fixes Kintaro's bike for free, like a true gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
That's something
That's how
only.
you got a friend in me, Bicycle Man.
That's only the fucking. I was trying to make a word, but I can't do it anymore. Give up. I'm gonna kill myself now, guys. Good night. Good night.
Goodbye. I'll miss you.
No. Goodbye.
I'm gonna drown myself.
Next time we'll be watching.
I'm gonna drown myself in Diet Peach Tea Snapple.
Please don't. Not yet, though. Not until we finish the segment.
Snapple, sponsor me. Just me. No one else. Just me.
Yeah, just me.
Just me.
I mean, just him.
No, fuck you, Pino. I get all the Snapple.
Just him.
Yeah,
I
that's
see
right.
how it is.
Not me.
No, that ain't Falco.
That ain't fun.
That ain't Malco. Anyway, is that it? We
I
talked
want to talk
about.
about the
yeah.
animation. I'm ready. I'm
Well,
ready to
guess
go on to
what?
that.
Yeah,
Guess what?
that's
Let's
nice.
talk about some animation, motherfuckers.
Ooh, it feels just like the 90s.
Yeah.
Yes.
I specifically have a note saying how like it's funny how like an entire era everything looks so similar.
It's all captured. Like all the 90s, it's captured into this one project. I would say, I guess. This OVA just like gets everything of like the 90s. You're like, oh shit, that's right. This is the 90s still. It's good.
Running in the 90s.
And I like the pencil drawn aesthetic. Well, like it's a 90s anime, so it always looked like that. But I just like it especially in this, and with like the smooth animation, like the "How do you like my swimming?" bit, like so well animated. But you can like still see like the pencil drawings part of it,
Yeah.
which is actually like it's drawn directly from the manga. Like all like the animation, like little weirdness with like the lines and whatnot straight from the manga, so it's like so faithful and it looks really nice.
One of my drunk notes says like I like the parts where the animation gets randomly good. Just it gets really detailed and it's only for like a joke. And like it gets really serious and the animation gets really detailed and then it just adds to the punchline of the joke even more.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
To hell with this. I won't have to do this pathetic display.
I also said, why don't they have noses half the time?
Because the, who you call him, Pinhead?
Who do you call him Pinhead?
Who, me?
I'm Dirty
Who,
Dan.
What'd you do to my drink?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyways, the animation was actually really nice compared to if anyone ever saw episode 0, the Fire Emblem anime.
Same
far better.
production
It's
company,
good.
by the way.
Same production, but it's still better.
Yeah, and also like
I enjoyed.
comparatively to like old One Piece, better. When was One Piece first produced?
1999.
Really? That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
the anime.
1999.
The
That's when it started.
dude, 1999, summer of 1999. Let the voice of love take you higher.
Bizarre Summer.
Yeah, October 20th, 1999. Weird. Golden
Yeah.
Boy looks a lot better, especially with the boob physics.
Well, yeah, we can discuss that a different day.
Well, but
we can discuss art styles and
dude,
other things a different day.
But, like-
before I at the camera.
there's no camera. Am I gonna have to put up a face cam
You
for
a cat?
you? Just a single
No.
face cam for Pino?
You can just put that picture of the toilet once
Oh,
again.
of course, I can easy do that. And
What else? It's the boob physics also came straight from the manga. There are little jiggle noises. So it's true. It's faithful.
Very much so.
Is that it? I think. Oh, the backgrounds. That's what I haven't said. The backgrounds for the anime is just
scenery's nice.
It's so good. Like all the, once again, made in the '90s, hand drawn.
Especially like the motorcycle girl episode, like everything.
Yeah, like all like the vistas that you see in like the valleys, mountainside. Like those look so nice. It has
and even the like shrine place where the motorcycle girl was from. That was like something.
It's very
was,
pretty.
Like, my mouth was agape. I was like, wow, this is art.
Oh,
art.
Yeah, like it's you can see all like the hand drawn aesthetic that you never really get.
Yeah.
A lot anymore, unless it's like a super stylized anime nowadays. But you miss that shit, you know?
Yeah, very much so. I forgot to mention it earlier, but all the very detailed faces really bugged me.
Why?
Especially because how accurate they got the teeth.
Yeah.
Like, the teeth were just like they're just weird.
They're just teeth. That's how it is.
Teeth are
they're
weird.
just teeth.
Yeah, but they're just like I'm looking at a picture right now, and it's just like Kintaro. You've got some good teeth.
He's got some chompers.
Damn.
That's exactly
Like
what I was
dang,
gonna...
like close your mouth, man. Just
Yeah. Well, you know, it happens.
All he does is smile. He can't not show it.
He's a happy boy.
he's so happy.
I'm so happy.
It's exactly how he sounds like in the dub. If you watch the dub,
Yeah.
I even watched the dub.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk
Mm.
about that in a little bit under miscellaneous, I guess. That can be our.
sure.
But is that all we want to talk about for the art and
Yeah, I'm
animation?
satisfied with that.
Well, let's
Until like an
you're
hour
looking-
after we're done with this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I should have said that.
And
dude. That'll be the post that I pin. Anyway,
yes.
so let's talk about the feel and atmosphere. And Garb actually pointed this out on the wiki, I think. And I want to read this out for you.
Sure.
So
Please do.
it's just a little paragraph under the Golden Boy manga Wikipedia page. Okay.
Yeah.
The Golden Boy OVA has been positively received by English language viewers, but it is
Okay, that's
widely known for its mature content.
Okay.
While the OVA is not
That's-
strictly a hentai animation, it
Okay.
does feature instances of partial female nudity, orgasms,
Yeah. Motorcycle.
and female masturbation.
Oh, yeah.
And
Motorcycle.
yeah, all motorcycle. But in contrast, the manga becomes almost pornographic starting in the second volume, and I can confirm there's some weird ass shit happening in that manga, some weird ass hentai shit, and you're like, guys, like Tatsuya Agawa, can you like not?
Anime wouldn't exist if it weren't for sexually frustrated Japanese men.
Well, tentacle porn wouldn't exist without the.
But hey, that's a culture shock theory. Oh, wrong show.
Don't worry about it. My roommate just fucking looked at me weird because I was talking about tentacle porn, but don't worry about it. It's good. Don't
put that on a shirt.
Don't listen to this with your families, kid. Kids, don't listen to this with your mom unless she's
This one.
also
It's
into
a little late to be
TVMA
saying that
right
an
now.
hour in.
We'll have it like on the screen, right? We'll have like Elmo saying, "Don't watch this."
Elmo.
I don't know, man. Can we use that? Is that copyright?
I mean, I'll pick a gross rip off Elmo.
Oh no, never mind. I've done a mistake.
Yeah.
Just take a picture of a pinata Elmo in one of the Hispanic,
Oh, yeah, Yeah, I know.
stores.
I
and
know
then
exactly what you're talking about. I know
I don't.
exactly the Elmo.
I'll find a picture
Good.
for you, Garb, one day.
It's so good.
I'll actually go to one.
Please do buy it, and then whenever we meet up, we can beat the shit out of it.
Buy it.
Like the thing. Oh yeah, I wanna go back to the tentacle board thing like real quick, because it's a good topic that I don't think anyone's gonna hear about unless I tell them.
Yeah.
So
I
there's
think about it a lot. I don't know.
I know.
about you
So
guys.
there's a censor ban, like you know how most Japanese hentai is censored.
There's a ban that like it can't show like the penis, parts of the vagina, that shit. But we can just use a fucking tentacle instead. So this, I can't remember the artist's name, but like he used tentacles instead of a penis, so he could get the most, and it got past the ban. So that's why.
This is the research
genius,
that we're
really.
doing for you guys.
Yeah.
IMHO.
Like, see, you learn something. Sometimes it's about just
Why am I
producers.
friends with you guys?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. You're
I'm
the
kidding.
one who's like, man, okay, I'll join this podcast.
Wait a minute, you drew
Sure.
something with tentacles for me.
Put it on the screen right
What? I don't know. I don't know what I'm putting up
now.
on the screen.
I'll give it to you later.
Please
It's in
do.
the pins on my server.
God, that's too difficult. You have to send it to me directly, or else I'll forget.
I have
Anyway,
I have a picture.
my
I'll do
my
it now.
quotes is it is once again very 90s, basically porn, extremely hilarious, fun characters, the need for education. One day he might even save the world. That is exactly what I wrote. Some of it isn't a real sentence. It's okay. It's a good anime though.
I also want to say that the satire was really good. There was like a part where there was like
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z electricity, and like, especially like getting off the high of just watching like the double episode Dragon Ball Super.
Dude, Dragon Balls.
It is kind of.
Told you. Anyway.
I love I can't wait for the game though.
Dude,
Which one?
Xenoverse 2?
The
Oh no, the
No,
fighting one, the
Fighter
2D
Z,
fighting
yeah.
one. Oh, that one actually
that
looks
one's
really
gonna
good.
be great.
But we're getting a bit off
Buy that in a
topic.
heartbeat.
But do we have anything else about like the actual like feel of the anime? Like it's goofy, but it can be like
It's feel good at the end.
But it can be like a super serious one too. Like in the Noodle episode, I like probably the most memorable. They're all memorable. Just kidding. But the Noodle episode with like the guy beating up Kintaro,
Oh yeah,
like that
Oh,
shit
yeah.
was like you're like,
on the bridge.
oh no, yeah. Well, on the bridge, but also when he was outside the car and he's like, did you mean that?
Oh yeah, that's
He's
true.
like,
He
were
sounded
you
very
standing out
sincere.
there listening the whole entire time? No, I was sitting and listening.
Oh yeah. You what?
You what? What did you do to my drink?
What did you do to my evil plan? Yeah, no.
But
It's very feel good. Like he's someone like you would like. It's like one of those guys that you don't talk to, but you know there's like a really nice guy.
yeah,
And then you realize he likes toilets for some reason.
Too real.
and you're like, ooh, I don't know.
And you're like, I'm gonna hang out this way.
I'm gonna walk this way away from you, and not get near the bathroom.
But overall, like this is a pretty like kind of wholesome once you get past
Very
the other parts.
educational.
It's very educational. Study, study, study.
I love
Would I recommend it? Probably.
Guys, we're not even about the rankings yet. Come on, Pino.
I'm not rating it
You
yet.
ranked it out of yes or no, and you said yes. God, can't believe you.
I said maybe.
Oh, maybe later.
Maybe later. All right.
As-
What's next?
So, let's talk about the miscellaneous shit. Since whatever we didn't cover, guess what? We get to talk about it now.
I'm
Anything
pretty
anyone
sure I
wanna
heard the
talk?
Buck Bumble song in the show
When?
during the Motorcycle Girl episode.
I can't remember. Oh, yeah, there's the noodle girl. I'm sorry, I looked at her. Not the noodle girl.
I like flowers.
the tentacle girl, but like the noodle girl. Yeah.
I know something I want to talk about.
Go
the
for it.
voice acting for Kintaro. The voice actor for Kintaro is a goddamn genius. It's
Well,
so
now were we talking sub or dub?
dub. Because
Dub?
like
Okay.
he sounds like just a normal dude. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't sound like overly epic or like Piccolo.
He doesn't sound like a voice actor.
Yeah, no, he just sounds like a dude they just got off the street. But like, it fits the character so well, and it's not like annoying.
Mm-hmm. This is Kintaro Oe, age 25.
Like everyone else sounds like normal voice acting that you would expect, but
Mm-hmm.
it just fits.
Kintaro Oe,
From-
age 25. He withdrew from Tokyo University Law School, but only after he had he had already completed all of the requirements for graduation.
ever since he has
So
traveled the
educational.
highway and byways of Japan, trying out new jobs and positions and learning about life to the fullest. Striving ahead on his trusty bicycle, the Migasuki 5, or Migazaki, I don't know. He continued forward, seeking his destiny, and who knows, perhaps he's destined to even save the world. That's it.
I like his radical, different changes. Like, first he'll sound normal, right? And then all of a sudden, oh boy, like that. Like, that's something that really caught me off guard.
It's good, though. It's a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's good.
Well-
It's a good time. Makes him feel more real.
Like, looking at the guy who did the voice, Doug Smith, he didn't do a lot,
Yeah, no.
which is a shame. That was actually his first job, though. His first, like,
Really?
voice acting
Douglas.
job.
Maybe he is Kintaro.
He is Kintaro Oe.
He just stopped being a voice actor, and now he's a manga artist.
Dude,
He
Nice.
moved on to do other strange jobs and learning about life along the way.
yeah, dude. Seeking his destiny. But, yeah, I've watched the sub probably twice, and I've watched the dub 5 times now.
How would the subs and dubs differ? Do the jokes translate well enough?
The jokes do translate from Japanese to English, but like since I'm like an English native speaker, I'm not a fucking mega weeb. I'm just a weeb.
I
But it's-
typically watch stuff subbed, but I watch
Yeah.
this dubbed because specifically stuff like comedy stuff like Panty and Stocking and as well. Like that show, like watch it in English because it's way funnier.
Yeah, it's
like this,
really
I would say like because the jokes.
the jokes hit so well in both that your native language is a better thing to sit through, and like it's the gags itself are like visual, so you don't want to be reading something when something else happens like on the
Yeah.
screen and you're like, oh shit, I missed the meme. But it's
Oh no, I missed the good animation. Or in Toei's case, oh no, I missed that weird face.
oh no, I missed the
I missed
ooh
that
face.
weirdly shapen Xeno in the background.
I missed the
Oh boy, Luffy doesn't have an eye.
feels bad. Can he poop?
I'll find that
It
picture.
is really funny,
Can you
and that's
poop?
something I really like thinking about how like stuff can translate really well. Like the Nichijou, like coffee
Well-
scene is like the
well-
perfect example.
oh, the
how
coffee
like
scene's
you don't
so
need
good.
to be, if you could like with subtitles there, or even if there were no subtitles, you would understand exactly what's
Yeah.
going on.
Oh,
Like
You haven't watched
well, compared to
Nichijou.
the next week's show.
no, we don't give a shit about your show yet. We're still talking about the miscellaneous. God, shut up, Pino. I can't believe you're ruining the flow of this show.
Oh no, we're gonna have to cut this one short. It's about to get loud in here. No, I'm serious.
Okay, guys, let's wrap this shit up, guys. Anything else miscellaneous?
No, let's go. Let's go.
Okay,
What are we doing? What are we doing
Speed
next time?
round.
What are we doing
Pino,
next time?
Pino,
Pino?
rank it first. What would you rank it?
All right, so I'm gonna
yeah.
rank this. I'm gonna give this if.
Suddenly Mexicans.
So, this is the most unprofessional episode yet.
I don't know.
So,
But okay, go for it.
if I were to give this one out, I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5.
Oh,
Really?
Okay.
Yes, and the reason is because it was too short. Yes, I'm that guy who's angry because it's a little too short.
Interesting.
It could be a little, they do push the boundaries a little, which I don't really mind, but like keeping an eye on our viewers and who they are. Maybe they're a little like squeamish when it comes to rounded areas of the body.
Well, guess what?
Or-
They can buck up because welcome to the real world, jackass. Porn rules the world.
Okay.
What was your ranking, Chuck? Well, you're gonna give it like a 5 out of 5, I'm sure.
No, I given it a 4 out of 5
Really?
because I like a 4.
Really?
It's in between 4 and a 4.5 because it's long enough that you get the feel for the show. You're not like stuck with a 1 episode OVA because those fucking suck dick. But you don't.
Like Fire Emblem.
Yes. Well, that was just destined to be bad to begin with. But it's. I still think it's a solid 4 just because it hits everything that it needs to hit. It translates well into English. Yes, there are some like weird animation shit. Yes, there's some weird like speaking and toilet shit, and you're like, ooh, why'd you eat the spit? But it made me giggle, and I'm like, huh, it's okay, Kintaro, you can eat spit.
He's a man among men.
You forgive him.
Yeah, so I think 4.4, I just think 4, solid 4 is my ranking because it just works.
Interesting. I was going to give it a solid 4.5 out of 5.
Yes, go for it. Then tell us, like, see, that's what I'm like in between right now.
Interesting. I didn't think you'd give it such a high rating.
I loved it, and I prefer shorter shows. I prefer shorter video games. So like that was right up my alley.
You're that guy.
Yeah, you like Breath of the Wild. I don't know about that one.
That's true.
I mean, technically, it is a short game if you don't do any of the other things.
He's got a point.
But then
like,
it becomes like Dark Souls.
Dude, everything's just Dark Souls.
Dude, did you know?
I'm giving this a Dark Souls out of Kintaro.
guys, did you know that Golden Boy is actually the Dark Souls of anime?
Ooh, I would never have guessed.
Well, there you go.
Actually, Kintaro is actually Dark Souls is the Kintaro of video games.
Amen.
He's the guy in the front of the box of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Little did you know, that's some trivia. It's actually Kintaro.
I'm gonna make a really
Study.
Guys, you just gave me the best idea. It's just gonna be a really shittily animated Kintaro head over the Dark Souls 3 logo, and that'll be the thumbnail.
You read my mind. I wanted to say that, but I was like, nah, I don't want to give Chuck that much trouble. But if he said it,
dude,
then I'm okay with
good.
it.
It's gonna be a funny joke, and everyone's gonna be like,
Great.
Fuck you, that's a bad joke, and I'll be like, no.
I don't get it. Not everything is Dark Souls, except for Cuphead and Crash and Breath of the
So
Wild.
Pino, what are we doing?
Wait, no. Garb, do you have anything else to say? Because you literally just said it was a 4.5 because you liked it.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was good. I like porn, so
Guys, I like porn. 2017, Garbalax. Quote this man.
it's true.
Yeah.
Put it on a hat.
I'm not gonna hide it.
Put it on a hat. I like porn. We're gonna sell 0
Not a
of
shirt.
those.
A hat.
We're going to sell quite literally 0 hats.
They're not even going to be made.
We'll sell 5 because it's all me.
We'll go to a convention and have 2 left. We're going to be wearing the hats. 3 of us are going to be wearing the hats, and then there's going to be 2 for sale. Okay.
These are display.
Guys, one of them's display only, and there's 1 left to sell.
They're going fast. They all sold out.
They're going fast. We have 1 left. We actually have 100% of our stock, but there's only 1 left. Get it fast.
Good lord.
That's genius. So Pino, after I rudely interrupted Garbalax trying to get a good in, what are we doing next week?
Next week, we're watching the not highly anticipated
I'm looking
series.
forward to it.
I don't.
Bobo.
Wait, did you say Bobo?
But yeah, I said Bobo.
Dude,
I said
Bobo's
Bo.
Bizarre
The
Adventure?
bona fide Botector. Bobo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1. Nose hair tenacity.
There you go. You heard.
I mean tendency.
That's part 2, though.
We're only going to be watching, I think, 10 episodes.
That's what you said.
Wasn't it like the first? Aren't those the first
No,
2 arcs?
That's the first 2 arcs. Yeah.
Technically, that's the first arc.
Okay.
First one, or I think it's like...
According to Wikipedia, that's
first
the first
arc.
2 arcs.
Yeah, and that's enough, because, like, that's good.
that's enough. Bobo.
That's enough for you to get a nice taste.
Yeah.
Even though the later episodes are actually one of my they're great moments in the earlier ones, but when all the characters come together, that's when oh boy, it just becomes.
We'll see if we continue watching it. That'll be
I'm
a
looking
true
forward
testament to
to
the
it.
show.
I'm looking forward to the episode after Bobo that I get to pick the show.
Did someone say
Meow?
we're
meow.
not telling yet? Dude, spoilers. We can't say that name.
I said meow, dude. It could be Pokemon.
Dude, I
for all
love
we
Meow.
know.
That's right.
I love
That's
bags.
right.
What's happening to this
Guys,
show?
we're episode 2. We're already way worn out and have no jokes left. We've run
Delete
out.
this.
Delete this.
I remember
please.
when the podcast used to just watch anime.
Guys, I wish.
Fab doesn't do anime anymore.
Fab don't watch anime no.
I remember when they actually made sense.
Yeah.
They don't make no sense no more.
Episode 0. When we
Oh yeah, that was the only time.
when we had a legitimate discussion in the middle of it for like Why?
I remember when there was good editing or no interruptions.
No, if you remember episode 0, you had to cut yourself out at the end. So
You're right. Oh, that's a secret for the Patreon.
guys, subscribe to our Patreon. Go to crunchmunch.com/FAPCAST Fapcast to get 30-day free trial for Crunch Munch Premium. It's not an actual sponsor, but if enough people go to it,
I love Crunch Munch.
if you go, enough people will go
Guys,
there.
Go to Uber/Beans.
Guys, go to Uber/Beans, please, and YouTube.com/Uber/Beans, and you'll find our Audible deal.
Please,
Wonderful.
Guys,
subscribe.
please, guys, we're five emotes away from the next emote slot. We're 5 emotes away from the next subscriber. Please subscribe.
That cough is staying in there,
Please
isn't
understand.
Oh, please understand. So that's it.
Too soon.
So I think that's all we got for today. I guess we're gonna watch Boba Bobo Bo next episode.
Be prepared. Grow your beards out. Grow your nose hairs out. And be prepared to wig out, my friends.
I'm looking forward to it.
I hope you enjoy
I'm
it,
ready
Chuck.
to boba
Especially you,
out.
Chuck. I hope you at least understand why I love this show.
No, like I'm not saying that I'm not gonna like it. I'm just not looking.
You think it's bad?
I'm just
You
saying
showed me
that
like
I'm.
one
Not
clip,
saying-
and I was like, okay, this. Could
I
be
haven't.
Good.
I like watched the opening and I'm like, let's see how it is. I'm not gonna.
I'll give you a little hint. Just like Golden Boy, the intro has nothing to do with the show.
I'm not gonna.
See you next
No,
week.
I'm gonna stay fat, my friends. Goodbye. Woo! That's an outro, baby.
That was a good woo.
Woo!
I like that.
I like this.
Whoa. I like these.